Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's Wamu here, and today I'm going to do a deck build on the main attacker is going to be, sorry I hit the camera there, Lapras GX. So I actually just came back from my local card shop, and I actually did play 3 rounds with the Lapras GX build that I'm about to show you guys, and I did pretty well. 1-2, lost 1. I lost against the what was it? It was the Evil Tall, Gobrador, and what was it? Tauros. Yeah, couldn't set up, was stuck, and he just demolished me. But I did do a lot better than I thought. It is a very fun deck to play. Does have some good setups. Also, too, guys, if you have any comments or suggestions that you think may work a little better than the cards I have now, just please shoot me down comment down below and let me know. I'd love to hear from you guys. I love all the opinions that you guys have and stuff like that. So definitely leave me a comment down there, alright guys? So first things first is the main attacker, which I actually have 2 in this deck, but my primary one that I like to run is the Lapras GX. So with this, I actually run 3 lines of Lapras GX. Just in case you guys don't know, it has 190 HP, basic Pokemon. Three moves. 1 for 1 energy is collect, draw 3 cards. Also with 3 water energies, you have Blizzard Burn, which this Pokemon cannot use its attack again during the next turn. So it does 160 damage, but you can't use it again. But then again, if you can play around with it a little bit, and I'll show you how I can actually flip-flop it. I also have the Ice Beam GX move, which is another 100 for just 2 waters and 1 colorless energy. And obviously everyone knows that the GX moves are only used once every game. But this one actually paralyzes your opponent automatically. So it may not do the one-shot KO, but it does give them a condition, which is pretty cool. So I run 3 of these. I'm going to try to fit as much as I can, guys, on this. I'm sorry I don't really have the move the deck box out of the way, space for this. So I run 3 of those, and I'm also running 3 of the Articunos from the Roaring Skies pack. I use this one just because it works really well with Lapras GX. Cool thing about this is with the Ancient Trait, if I knock out a GX or an EX Pokemon, I actually get 3 cards instead of 2. So I actually find this card to be pretty useful at times, especially if you're trying to build up, set up all your other Pokemon. With 1 energy, you do Chilling Side, and it actually puts your opponent asleep. So it's pretty cool. It's a good card if you need to buy some time. Also, too, for 3 energies, you have Tri-Edge, which is flip 3 coins. This attack does 40 damage each head. Pretty strong attack. I did have to rely on this card for my first match. Who was I up against? I went up against the Volcanion. Who is it? Volcanion and Hoopa and Shaman and Baby Volcanion. Yeah, I did have the weakness advantage, which was great. So it wasn't that hard of a match, but it did do well. I run 3 of these. Maybe I could do with 2, but I just decided to run 3. Just see how it does, and did pretty well. So you have 3 of those. Let me get this here situated. And my next attack that I also have, just in case, I use 1 Glaceon EX. I know why the meta is still changing and things like that, so you still have some EX heavy decks. So I use 1 copy of Glaceon EX. It has 2 attacks, second bite for 2 energies. This attack does 10 more damage for each damage counter on your opponent's active Pokemon. So it's pretty cool, but I've never actually used it. The only attack I have used is Crystal Ray for the ability it does. During your opponent's next turn, prevents all damage done to this Pokemon attacked by evolution Pokemon, which is great because you do have obviously Mega Pokemon as well as now the EXs, or the GXs, I'm sorry. So this card has come out pretty good for me. So I'm using 1 copy of those. I have an Oranguru, really just for its ability. It's like a better version of Shaman. So I use 1 of these, and I've never actually had to attack with it, but it does have a decent attack. Psychic, which this attack does 20 more damage times the amount of energies attached to your active Pokemon, opponent's active Pokemon, which is pretty cool. So I run one of these instead of having to line up Remoraid and Auxiliary. So run one of those. One Manaphy. I'm pretty sure everyone knows why, because the Aqua Tube, as long as you have a water energy attached to one of your Pokemon, you have no retreat cost, which is awesome. So I run one copy of these. Could probably change it, but I'll stay with just one for now. Now this is where I've done a little bit different. I have 2 Sneasels. And the reason why I run 2 of those is because I also run 2 Weaviles. And this Weavile that I run it with Tearaway. As often as you like during your turn, before you attack, you may put a Pokemon tool card attached to one of your Pokemon to your hand. So I actually use this to move around cards that I need, whether it be a Floatstone, a Fighting Fury Bell, EXP Share. What else do I use? I think that's it. But with this card, it actually lets me pull it out so I can then use it to outplay my opponent, and it has worked. So this one, I'm actually glad I have this in my deck. So that's pretty much the Pokemon. I believe there are 13 in here. That's what I use for that. So I'm going to move these out the way because I don't have enough room, unfortunately. So I'm going to move these guys out the way real quick. And I will go through the trainers, stadiums, and tool cards that I run too as well. So we have everyone's favorite, of course. I run 3 Professor Sycamores. Obviously, for the awesome draw support, you're stuck. Just discard your hand and draw 7 random cards. So I run 3 of those. It's pretty standard. Also running 4 ends. Pretty standard as well, just for the extra draw support. You have a dead hand, whether it be early on or later on. If you want to shrink your opponent's hand to kind of stall them just a little bit so you can get caught up, great cards to run. So I run 4 of those. I run 1 copy of Lily. Draw cards until you have 6 cards in your hand. If it's your first turn, you can draw until you have 8. So I have one of these in my deck. Pretty helpful little draw supporter as well. I run 1 Professor Cookie. Draws 2 cards, but it also gives you plus 20 damage. So that's awesome. It's like a muscle band with draw support, which is awesome. So I run one of those. I don't know if you guys let me know if you guys think I should run more or what, but I have 1 as of right now. Then I run 1 copy of Pokemon Ranger, just because of the removal of all effects of attacks for each. Now it does help both players out, so do be wary when you're about to use it, but I've used it and it actually has helped me out, and I was able to win the game because of it. So definitely cool little card, but just be mindful that it does help out your opponent as well. So if I have a sleep or confusion or something like that, I'm pretty sure it takes away all the effects of that as well. 1 copy of those. Let's see. 1 Brock's Grip. Shuffle 6 of any combination of Pokemon and basic energy cards in your discard pile. This card is really helpful for those energy displacement decks that just knock out all your energies. And with one of these, you can get them pretty much all back and reshuffle back into your hand. So I do run 1 Brock. I enjoy it. So one of those never hurts no one. I run 2 EXP shares, just because if I knock, my Pokemon gets knocked out, instead of losing all those energies, at least with this you can pull 1 out and put it back onto one of your bench Pokemon. So I run 2 of those. I run 2 Via Seekers. I'm thinking about maybe taking a couple cards or maybe running 4. I haven't decided yet, but basically you take one of your supported cards out in your discard pile, you can play this and then reuse it again. So I run 2 of those for now. I run 4 copies of Max Elixir. Great card to set up real fast. If you can get them in the first couple of turns, I mean, this can really turn the tables on the game real quick. So I run 4 copies of those. I might have to move some of these cards out. 1 Pokemon Center Lady for the heal. You can't, let me move these up, guys. Sorry about that. Move these up a little bit further. I run 3 copies of Rough Seas. Pretty standard for any water deck. So I run these. If your opponent can knock you out in a couple turns, this right here can really help you out until you can get set up and just keeps healing 30 damage off of all your water Pokemon. So 3 of those. I run 3 Ultra Balls. Discard 2 cards. Search the deck for the Pokemon that you need. So I run 3 of those. Pretty standard stuff. These are all pretty much standard here. Next card I'll show you is 2 Lysanders. I run 2 of those. Pick up a card that I need, a Pokemon that's hiding in the bag, finish it off, a Shaman, things like that. Run 2 copies of those for the easy knockout. Run 2 copies of Fighting Fury Belts for the extra 40 hit points and the 10 damage increase. So I run 2 of those. 1 Trainer Mail. So I run 1 Trainer Mail just for the extra supporting tool card or anything that I really need. I just run 1 copy of these. Maybe I'll get rid of this and add a Via Seeker. Haven't decided yet. But I do have 1 of those. So I run that. And then I run 3 Nest Balls. I guess I could have used the Water Ball or Dive Ball, but the reason why I did it is because I do have 2 dark, or technically 4 dark Pokemon, so I can't use it for those. So that's why I decided to go with 3 Nest Balls. So I do run that. And last and not least of my trainers and items, run 2 Float Stones. So this is why I use the Weavile, because of the fact that I can pull off a Float Stone on a Pokemon that's on my bench, move it to my active Pokemon if I don't have my Manaphy up, retreat it. I mean, it's awesome. So I run 2 of these, and I run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11 water energies. That might be a lot of energies, but I prefer to have that many for this type of deck. Again, hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if you guys have any suggestions or comments or anything like that. Please shoot them down there. You guys take it easy, and talk to you guys later. Peace.